Yeah, I'm glad I didn't start it earlier. Oof, probably would have been kicked from Twitch at that point.
Oh, I missed all the good stuff.
Yeah, it was getting pretty weird. Um, but yeah, so for those who are watching my stream at this point, this is session 0 of the Monday campaign 2, as I'm calling it. We'll eventually come up with a name for it later. Can't be Heroes of the Hearth because I'm not doing that again. It is 660 years after the Heroes of the Hearth managed to defeat Regnum before he took down Nathan. So Nathan is still, thankfully, the god of the undead, so on and so forth. They have been respected throughout the world because of their achievements, but time has passed. Uh, their story went into legend, and it's now kind of just hearsay from then on. How you guys know each other is up to you. If you guys just want to run into each other, that works for me. I don't care. I'm letting the players decide what they do.
I was gonna make it like Scarlet didn't know y'all yet.
That can work.
I would say that Julius has helped you guys, if you ever had injuries or something like that, he would heal you and pray for you and or whatever. I know it's something minor,
Never
but
been
hey,
injured.
okay, then never mind. You wouldn't know you then. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a idea how to get him involved.
I mean, we can always
Well,
just
he
have you
has been
guys
injured.
sitting. We can always have you guys sitting in a tavern, starting out that way. Tried in tactical irregulars.
I was going with the
Uh,
unexpectables. You just never expect us.
That's true with this group.
I guess we could do that.
That will work for the thing I sent you.
But yes, I mean, he has been injured, but since he's got that nice little Grim Harvest ability, whenever he uses necrotic damage of a first level spell, he heals himself.
Um, for common knowledge that's going around, the races are starting to go back into chaos. Um, Apparently, the conclave on Penryn in Montan, the human conclave elder, has since begun passing laws, specifically targeting certain members of the conclave, and basically showing that they are no longer wanted. The humans are trying to basically force the other races out and just make it a human pure continent. I did update the deities, I did update the notable people for all those who need to know.
What the hell? Our miscellaneous treasure is empty? No.
Yeah, you guys starting from scratch.
All that hard work gone.
I know, right?
You
Lord,
know, in some games, there's like if you start a new character, you get part. No, I'm just kidding.
no, don't you wish. Other than what you were given at the beginning and what you guys have earned so far, that's all you have. Lord Anton Vasiliev, man, I can't even say it right, is the human conclave elder. He's the one who's been trying to basically force the other races out. He is claiming that the other races are part of the reason, part of the problem that has been going on, and that he feels that it's better that Penryn remain human centric. Which of course has started a stir with the other races. Most of them have begun to pull out and are leaving the conclave. They're basically saying, "Fine, fuck you. We'll be ourselves, and when you are in trouble, you're on your own." And during all that, a darkness has begun to rise throughout the world. Um, it's unknown who is behind this one. It just many places have just seemed to drop contact with everybody.
The twins, as it were, will be at the brothel.
Always gotta have one character in every game that goes to the brothel.
If he wasn't going to say it, I was.
Unfortunately, my person has. He might actually end up being paid to leave.
Madison,
I'm-
refresh your roll 20. It should bring the map back up.
I'm walking around town, I suppose. Just,
Okay. It is not
So you
a
know what? I will wander.
It is not a capital city, but it is a big port city. Because it is a port city, it gets a lot of traffic. The port area is more of the, how to put this in D&D terms, it's more the ghetto. The more trashy area where crime is a bit more strong. The gnomes and halflings are doing the best they can, but, shit happens.
I see now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess I've had enough tea, listened to enough trashy music. I think I'll wander around town.
That is a violin, man. There's no trashiness to a violin.
With a 10 to a noble, that's, yes, there is.
Land of plenty.
My character will
Of
be
course, you are better than the gnome.
like fussing with somebody, like one of the store people that sell food and stuff like that.
Okay. Fussing how?
Pretty much out of character. She tried to steal some food, got busted from it, and now he's like, you need to pay. And she's like, I can't pay. It's just like one of them things.
Okay. Well, the owner of the place, the shopkeep, will be holding you and screaming for the guards.
Yeah,
Julius will walk up to him. What seems to be going on here?
This female has been trying to steal from my store. When I caught her and told her she had to pay for the items, she said she had no money.
How much is it?
He takes a quick think. You see him looking. 15 silver pieces.
I ruffle through my person and then say, will 3 gold suffice?
He nods.
I hand him 3 gold pieces. I'll tend to the girl.
There's a sudden discordant note as the jester realizes he's paying 3 gold
No,
instead
this,
of 15 silver.
no, this is.
Or is it too far away?
Yeah, he's too far away.
Never mind.
But that would be funny. The shopkeep looks at you, Scarlet. Don't ever come back to my store. If I see you, I will immediately have the guards arrest you.
She smirked, wasn't planning on it, prick. And, kind of just looked at him. You should have stayed out of that, old man. She said that as she was eating.
I will pay no mind to her insult and then pat her on the back and say, Wazil bless you. And I'll walk away.
She's going to frown at this and, tell him to stop. Just trying to get his attention.
I'll turn around. Yes?
She walks up to him and kind of looks at him. You paid for me something to eat. Why? She looked at him. You don't know me or anything like that, but yet you paid for me. You don't know about my past or anything.
I don't need to know your past. We all have a past. But, it's what I do. I help people. It's my calling.
She took another bite out of the food that he bought and looked at him. Okay, you paid for my food. You're probably the nicest man I've ever met. So therefore, I'm going to pay you with my life. I'm going to fight with you during battles and so on.
Excuse me?
She just stared at him. You did hear me, right? You're not deaf, correct?
Certainly not. But just enjoy your food. Brazil bless you. And I will just, you don't need to go with me. Just be better. Don't steal. Um, you'll draw more attention to yourself than you would rather have. But just take care of yourself next time, please.
Scarlett didn't listen to this and was just, just walking with him eating. After she ate a couple more bites, she just looked at him. No, you paid for me. You got stuck with me.
I I go to my gesture.
Okay.
She still follows.
You guys are all over the town, you bastard. Making this harder.
Well, I'm just trying to.
I gotcha, I gotcha. You notice as it starts to get darker, a lot of, and it's very audible, a lot of the shops are closing up, slamming their doors. You can see the throwing down the, shutters and the barriers to the windows. This place seems to get pretty, empty at nighttime. A lot of the, gnomes and halflings that normally are running around having fun, they're actually all immediately, rushing to get to their houses.
Well, apparently they are normal people. Good to know. And hope for the best.
Okay, what are you inciting?
To take a basic guess on why they're so frantically running away.
Okay, it seems like a lot of them seem to have some kind of fear in their eyes.
Look around. I don't have any zombies. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. He's gonna lift his arm. No, I did shower. Maybe they're allergic to tea. And he's just gonna keep walking, start laughing again, and then crying.
Okay. Everybody kind of notices. Kren, while you're in the tavern, the barkeep actually comes up to you. Thank you for your music, but we must quiet down at night.
Why?
We don't want attention drawn to this area.
What are you worried about?
The orcs that raid.
I whistle a little. Jeez. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that? I was unaware that that was an issue.
They've just recently started. We've begun closing up shops and whatnot at night. And they only take a little bit, obviously just enough for them to survive on. After that, they leave us alone for the rest of the day. They only seem to attack at night.
All right. The inn owner sees me open up my violin case and pull out a rather nice dagger and fit that into my belt.
Okay.
And then a rather nice rapier and fit that into the other side of my belt. And I lock up my case and I'm like, all right, then I will. And I tap my stuff, take more care.
He nods. He walks over. You notice he closes the shutters to the window. He doesn't bar the door, but he just at least closes it, and he kind of lowers the lighting within the inn. Tiberius, as you come in, Tiberius, God. As you come in, you notice it's a bit darker in here. There's still a little bit of activity, but it's gotten real quiet.
Well, as he ducks to get into the door. Well, and this is coming from the person who robs graves. This is depressing.
Is he with me now?
He's in the inn with you. I'll get to you guys in a second. Actually, go ahead and finish that real quick, because I gotta get the others.
I tell him that apparently there's orc raids going on and people are a bit worried.
Well, orc raids usually do mean corpses, and corpses mean profit.
I look him up and down. What are your
I'm
remarks?
sorry. I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
Let's just properly introduce ourselves.
Oh shit.
Who are you?
Kren, Hardstripe, Bard and Jester
Ah.
extraordinaire.
Well, hello. My name is Lord Marquis Tiberius Vicamonte Jacques Wildmont Musil de Velvenstein Vadlin Septimus Dominique Dominini the 15th. It is nice to meet you, Mr. Squirrel. Would you like to join me for some tea? I must apologize, though I did forget my fork and I am sorry. So, Mr. Snowman, shall we go have some chaos with these orcs today? As he turns and walks out.
Uh-huh. I tap my chin twice and say, you know, Marquise would go before Lord as it is a higher form of nobility.
Who said anything about being noble?
I shrug.
Dean and Villanel, as you guys are having your fun in the brothel, once you guys are done, they quickly begin kind of pushing you out of the building. You must get somewhere safe. Go to the inn. It should be safe there.
What do you have to worry about?
Orcs.
We're here. Orcs? Huh. Where are they?
They come at night.
He said night.
Vinal, do you hear this? I mean, orcs really, are they riding dragons or something?
Nobody's seen a dragon for over 600 years.
For some odd reason, he reminds me of the guy from, oh god, what was his name? When he talks like the guy from Two and a Half Men. What was his name?
I don't know.
Never mind. Bad timing, bad joke. Sorry about that.
They keep trying to push both of you out the door. You notice they're doing it to the other customers too.
Are you sure you ladies don't need protection or anything like that? Because we'll gladly do it for you.
We are the best, after all.
We don't want to cause a bigger problem. They only take a little bit, take what they need, and then they leave. If there were to be a problem, it could get worse.
Where do they normally take stuff? Let's meet them.
The northern section of town.
All right, little lady, we'll be back here in just a little bit. Don't you worry.
Not.
Yes, yes. Keep them warm
right.
for us.
All right, villain, let's go. Or villain.
Villain.
Hey, that'll work.
And I guess we'll head to. Do you want to go to the inn first, or do you want to go to the north part first?
Let's say we have a room at the inn. We're just going to drop off some non-necessities before heading out. That way
Sure.
it
Makes
helps
sense.
us will out a little bit.
Okay. Kren and Tiberius, as you guys, Kren, as you're sitting there, kind of just noticing that, as it got darker outside, the normal activity of the, laughing and the merriment ceased. It just got dead quiet.
Well, my newly found expert friend, if you die, I'm taking your liver. I mean, we'll get drinks.
How
We will have
about...
drinks after we beat these orcs. Yes, drinks.
I give you a look.
You can't really read much with him. He's got a mask on.
I know, that's why I'm just giving you a look rather than, And I sort of move my hips around a bit so that my dagger and my rapier are a bit looser about me. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go.
Oh, you do notice he is carrying a coffin on his back.
That has been when you're not talking. That is what I'm staring at. But yeah, I have to go out and find the idiot before he gets himself killed.
The idiot. He's got a title. Fabulous.
Scarlet and Julius, since you guys are wandering around town, as it gets darker and darker, the streets get deserted.
Out of character.
My, it got awful quiet here.
Out of character, would Scarlet know about these the orcs where she's been trying to get away from the bounty?
If she's been staying in Wishart long enough, yes. Every night there is an orc raid. They tend to stay to the northern area of the city, so most people tend to scatter towards the southern area. Basically, they just let them do whatever they're going to do, and then when they leave, they just fix whatever was broken. You've seen this town, it doesn't have a lot, it has a few guards, but not enough to take on this orc patrol, which, if you've ever kind of snuck around and looked, consists of about 8 orcs. And then one larger one that seems to be in, what is it, he is wearing specifically, one second, he's wearing ringmail and carries a shield.
Alright, well, Scarlet is going to just look over at Julius, and as she's talking, she's flipping her shiv and catching it. Hey old man, can you climb?
Can I climb?
She nodded. Yes, I'd recommend we get up on a rooftop where we can see the streets.
Can I climb?
Yeah, I mean, you're able to climb. And as far as you guys are going, Villanelle, you're fine.
She then takes off to a building where she can climb up it to get to the rooftop.
Acrobatics check.
I will try and follow.
Same thing.
See, I don't see my disadvantage, regular, and advantage. All I see is my core bio and spells.
Yeah, what you do is you go to your character sheet. You see right next to spells that little gear.
I got it.
You click on that.
I got it.
Yep, and it'll alright.
Okay.
I just meant you could show her, that way she knows where it is.
Oh, yeah.
And that sheet right there, that's how you edit everything. How you multi-class, how you add modifiers, everything.
Okay.
Villanelle and Dion, as you guys are making quite a bit of noise wandering around, Julius and Scarlet, you hear 2 rough-sounding individuals seem to be talking a lot and saying something about pig-faced boar sluts and something about bleed yellow. They not being very quiet, which is unusual because most of the town is dead quiet. It's that eerie dead quiet.
Out of character, they do get up on a rooftop or don't?
It takes you a little bit. You kind of, slip a few times, but you guys manage to get up onto a rooftop.
Villanelle is as tall as the rooftop.
Yeah, how tall is the roof actually?
These are all small towns. I mean, like I said, this is a gnome and halfling area. The inn is actually set up for humans and the like, so it is actually a little taller. It's actually one of the tallest buildings around. But most of the buildings are gnome and halfling size, so they're about, let's see. Yeah, you guys actually probably are about as tall as some of the buildings.
I'm 7'5".
Oh,
How
geez,
tall
yeah.
is the actual inn? Would you say?
What are you if you're 7'5"?
Dragonborn?
Big.
I am not 7'5".
I think I'm 5'9".
I said they were 5, so they'd have to either be an orc or a Goliath.
Or a big dragonborn.
Really big. The inn itself is normal size. It actually is 2 stories, so it's about 20 to 30 feet. The other buildings are about 15 feet or so. So I mean, he's pretty close to being enough to just kind of reach up and grab the top and pull himself up.
As soon as I get to the top, I'm like, I think my blood pressure's up.
Scarlett's going to look at Julius and you good old man, because you're going to have to start sneaking.
I don't know if sneaking's one of my talents.
She
Especially
looks back at him and whispers, "Well, you're going to have to do it unless you want to face an orc."
And
And as she starts,
just as she says that, you hear a lot of ruckus coming from the north.
We hear this
I'm
too.
going to go quiet and I'm going to duck, like flat on the ground.
Roll a stealth check.
And
I'll roll it for you. Yeah, I forgot I have to roll.
I have his character thing up again.
I got it. Wow, you guys suck.
Yeah.
That's okay, it's still early. Dean and Vilnal, as you guys are heading to the inn, you begin to hear the ruckus to the north.
Oi, it seems the pig face come to play, aye?
Well, you know what they say. You want to do the old 1-2, or you want to make it the left-right?
Let's just cut him right down the middle.
All right, you do your thing. I'll go see what they're up to.
I start scraping my sword down the side of the walls as I'm walking towards the sound. I draw both out, but I'm scraping one against the wall.
Okay.
With their... Do we notice them on the roof at all, or no?
Roll a perception check. Actually, yeah, roll a perception check. They were making quite a bit of noise. Well, yeah, you don't notice. Vilnal does.
He sees all.
He sees time.
All right, I'll wait for... Since I didn't notice them, I'll just wait for Vinal to get in position, and let me know when that is.
Doesn't care. He's talking about cheese and tea.
I'm just walking down like Main Street, down the middle, or the side-ish, clanging my sword off stuff, making a lot of noise. So they're drawn, obviously, to the noise, I would assume.
Okay, Kren and Tiberius, you hear a noise coming from outside the town, outside the inn. It's pretty close to you guys. So you don't know if it's this orc raid that they keep talking about or something else, but you hear a lot of noise coming from outside.
I turn to Lord MT, and say, "Hey, do you want to hear something? Do you want to see something cool?"
He's just gonna look at you. That's it.
All right.
You make yourself or him?
Me.
Okay. Tiberius, you watch him just disappear.
I could waste a spell and see invisibility, but that would be a waste. I just watch him walk away and wave at him the whole time.
With your knowledge, you're pretty sure it was probably something close to like invisibility, because he didn't do anything dramatic, so you would think it was just invisibility. Vilnal and Dean, since you guys are outside, Julius and Scarlet, you guys are trying to sneak on the rooftops. You do see 8 orcs begin approaching. They're being loud and boisterous, talking in their tongue. Anybody know
if I
orc?
cast Enhance...
Why would I have studied that?
No.
Damn.
It's not beautiful enough.
That's a lot of gut.
And I'll just...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll cast Jump on myself and try and hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
What is that, stealth? Okay.
Yep, stealth check.
Hey, this is new ground for me, man. Hold on.
I know, you're good. Villanol, what do you do?
I just he was gonna roll stealth on himself.
Ignore that. Me? How many of them are there?
8 total.
I gotta see if I even have see invisibility.
Sorry, 7 total.
I
I'm
do.
sorry.
Okay. I'll just shout at him in my guttural, draconic tongue. Use the words of your betters, scum. Don't poison my ears with that nasty, monster-speaking slime.
So you're saying this in Draconian.
Draconic,
Yep.
yeah, they don't understand it. But there's
Of
talking.
course, I
It
can
drew their
actually.
attention. Go ahead.
Well, I can technically speak Orcish if I wanted to, but I don't.
Such a nasty language.
Jumping language.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Vilnal, it drew their attention. They are heading your direction.
I'll just keep approaching him, brandishing my swords. I'll speak out in common. Keep in mind, you are approaching a Mandalorian. I suggest you know what that means, if you can wrap your tiny brains around that.
Might as well. Since everyone wants to speak another language, might as well do this.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to understand what Vilnal was saying. So you heard exactly what he said. The orcs that you hear, as they get closer, you're able to hear them now. They're talking about what an easy target this dragonborn is, and that they'll have a good dragonborn dinner tonight.
I'm going to. This is the person that was with me.
No, these are 2 other individuals. Well, one actually that you see. He seems to be basically standing in the middle of the street, brandishing his 2 swords, wearing some kind of strange armor, and he's challenging them. Is what it seems like.
And did I hear what the orc said?
Oh yeah, you heard the orcs talking about how they're going to enjoy a dragonborn dinner.
I'll let her know. Good sir, they plan on eating you, and not the one that you pay 12 gold for at a brothel. They are going to eat you.
It's too funny.
Well, whoever wants to see me, I pop open a cork on a vial, chug it down, shake my head a little bit. My muscles get huge, and I get a little bit bigger.
He needed it.
He just turned into Bane.
All right, what do you guys do?
I'll slip out of the building and start looking around for His Highness because I need to find him before he does something stupid like try and help the crazy person in the middle of the street. I am invisible.
Roll a perception check for me there, Kren. See if you can see him. He's not being very subtle.
He is not. I see.
Wait, so His Highness is the one in the street, or is he?
No, His Highness is
jumping around.
His Highness
I
climbed
thought
up.
he like jumped over a building in order to hide behind a building.
No, he climbed on top of the building and then is trying to sneak down. But the buildings, aren't tall enough exactly. So you can just see the brief background of like his armor and stuff as he's slinking across the roofs. You just see him, just barely.
And that's why I made Scarlet a small character.
How
So-
far away is he from me?
He's a good at a diagonal. He's probably about 40 feet or so from you.
All right. So I move towards him, and then I use my bonus action to get the dash action to move. No, I double move towards him, and then I use my bonus action to use my tumble ability and climb up the wall. And I'm like, really? This is what you're doing? While invisible still.
I meant the ones that like there on.
15 feet. Yeah.
Oh, so that's the tallest building.
And the inn's a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, because
The inn is set up for human standards. So it
Oh, okay.
gets others. So it's about 20 to 30 feet tall. So it's the tallest building in this little town. Mind you,
Well,
this
I'm
is
cheering the
you got to
the
remember this is
dragon
you got
scaly
yeah
thing.
you got to remember this is a gnome halfling area, so most of the buildings are set up for gnomes and halflings, so they're all set up for shorter people. But the port
I'm
town is the
also
exception.
as a bonus action before we get the initiative, I'm going to find the nearest crate, sit down, open up my coffin, pull out a tea set, and watch and see what the orcs do.
Okay. Vilnal, the orcs, the 7 of them begin coming in at you. You can see most of them are carrying great axes. You see a couple of them have javelins in their hands. The one with a shield actually has a spear on him.
Oh, as they approach, I'm going to yell at the people. I know that they probably don't understand common, but save a liver. Cannot stress this.
Can I see these guys?
Yeah, from your vantage point, you can see them. They are now actually in the town, and they're heading towards this one dragonborn, who's gotten a bit bigger and a bit more muscly, who's standing in the middle of the street.
Are we facing them or are we behind them?
You are currently facing them. They are starting to come down, like to your left. They're actually on the street itself. You're above them, so you can see as they're coming down. They're heading straight for Vilnal, the dragonborn.
Do we get a bonus action all before the initiative or no?
I am about to give you
I'll
all
be right
that.
back.
Yeah, I am
Okay.
about to give you guys all that. They do get within range of everybody. Since you guys are all prepared and you guys are all ready, you guys get one free surprise round, so you guys get all your actions and stuff. They are about 20 feet from you, from everybody. So
Oh, well. Let's just
If
get
I
this
could go first, this might go better.
Let's get the initiative out of the way.
So you heard me climb up, invisibly say, "Hey, boss, how are things going? We need to get out of here." And then I see you start doing something like, "God fucking damn it!"
I'm back.
I gotta put a token out, but that's about it. Grab a token.
That was weird. I had the token and I didn't do anything.
Well, we can't you can't show up in the initiative unless the DM. Oh, I guess he did. Never mind. He put us in.
as long as you have your picture or your token out, then you can show up. If not, then I will have to manually do it.
Yep, I can put a token out. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I always have I've got 386 tokens. I'm sure I can find one, which has disappeared. Is this map bigger? Because I'm seeing the corner. I see Outpost, Picati. Am I on the right
You're on the wrong map.
Yeah, it didn't move me.
Refresh your roll 20.
Okay.
For those who are putting your tokens out, if you want to re-roll your initiative, I'll allow it. But try and use the one you originally did.
Well, I got a 17, so I'm pretty confident with that. I only get a +2 to my dex.
So I got a 20, so.
That means I rolled a 15. I don't want to risk it by trying to get another 5 points higher.
I gladly take a 21 over a 4.
If you guys are
That's
ready.
up to you, whatever you want to make it.
Who's the small child?
That is the halfling bard, Jester, man. We were chatting. How could you be so emotionally distant to not remember me? Only a few minutes after chat.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I think it was liver or orc.
Steak.
Alright, who doesn't have an initiative check right now? I need to know.
Me.
I'm getting ready to.
Alright, I
just
got
gotta
you.
grab my token and then grab my bird has its own initiative, but I don't have it summoned at the moment. So.
Okay.
And if I do, I don't use it to fight. It would just basically.
By the
do
way,
a action to give people advantage. So my bird is on the map. I just have to roll for him.
who
I
is the
just haven't
dragonborn?
summoned him yet.
Vilnol is the dragon.
Which one?
Chris?
DM, can you make the bird smaller? If it's
You have
possible?
2 actually. Vinal and Dion are both Dragonborn.
Well, who's the one they're after?
They're after Villanol.
Me.
He's the one that's standing in the middle of the street.
The white one.
Okay. I already know what I want to do when it gets to my turn.
And this is my beautiful bird, Mr. Raven.
I'm just gonna let them stay up there. It doesn't really matter. Kren, did I get yours? There it is.
Okay. Wait, why don't
Do you have your token down,
I control
Kren?
both the token?
Yes, I'm the little child.
Okay.
I went as far in the other direction as I
Just
could.
give me 1 second. I will roll it, and you can delete.
I'm not
the
seeing
years.
yours, Vinol.
I'm the white on the top right corner.
Character sheet.
I'm
Okay.
masked
Oh.
right now, so I'm not using the one in Home 20.
All right, yeah, just get rid of Tiberius because he's on the board now,
Gotcha.
and I will roll for my birdie.
Birdie. I'm gonna roll for them.
Because he does have his own initiative,
Plus
and I have to select his token. Give me a Gotta shrink. There's only so much room on my computer. Alright. Let me try to grab his token. There we go. And now roll for his character. Here. There we go. I think I rolled it. So he got a 16. What's his first one? So he is right after me. It's a lot of orcs.
Told you there's 7.
Alright, we're both on the board.
Give me just 1 second. Last one.
You know what?
Which
Yeah, we'll
is-
do it like
oh,
that.
same thing.
Puts him.
Wow. That was a
there we go.
pathetic roll.
Now we can move both of them. The bird just gives me advantage, basically. As a bonus action, it flies over above the enemy and uses the help action so I can get advantage on my attacks. That's the only thing that I really use it for.
Okay. For the surprise round, we're gonna do the initiative order, just to make it easier.
I'm not on there.
Didn't I? Oh shit. 1 second.
I rolled a 20.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, just click your character token real quick and roll your initiative again, and then just rechange the number to 20. Unless you get a crit, you know.
I got it. 1 second. There you go. Alright, for the first one, which one is that? Oh, that would be Deanne.
All right. Deanne from the shadows just crouches down and just springs, and he is actually jumping taller than the building itself
Awesome.
into the air and landing straight down in the middle of whatever group he can find.
Okay. This group of orcs are all coming just kind of as a group together. So there's 7 of them. They're just kind of rushing in because they're going after Villanol. As you jump in, you jump straight into the middle and kind of shock them. They all kind of jump back.
Well, there's an attack that goes with that, so.
Okay. Which one are you hitting?
The
There
shield
is
one.
Yeah, there is one wearing a shield. Okay. And I gotta do
Yeah,
a
we'll-
dex check.
We'll do the shield. Yep, Dex check 15.
Which he succeeds in.
Okay, that's fine. He takes half damage and is not knocked prone.
Okay, so 13, so it takes 7.
How many of the orcs are around the big bad boss? Within a 10-foot radius.
They all are.
And do I have one within 5 feet of the one I basically landed next to, whatever you want to call it?
Yes.
And that is the second strike.
That hits. They got a shitty AC.
And he takes 10. And when I do that, I'll scream and I'll just roar at that point.
Okay, roll an intimidation check just for fun. Don't use that often.
I'll help him and roar at the same time.
Okay, so roll with advantage then.
I'll just roll again, I guess.
Yeah, just roll again.
Same thing.
Same thing.
For everybody else, for Cran, Tiberius, Julius, and Scarlet, you see this Dragonborn just seem to leap out of nowhere. He leaps taller than the building, so Julius and Scarlet, you actually see him leap above you. And then as he comes down, you see him come down and slam down onto the one with the ring mail and the shield. You hear a loud bang as they connect. You can see it does a little bit of damage. It does knock the biggest one back. And then he turns around and he quickly stabs. And then you hear him and apparently his associate both just like scream this. It's not really a scream, it's more of like a roar. And it kind of shakes the ground.
Two Dragonborns?
Yeah, there are now two Dragonborns within your eyesight. You only saw one originally,
Okay,
and then the second one jumped out of nowhere. Dean, what color are you again?
Black as night.
Okay. And I think Villanelle was white, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So the white one was standing in the middle.
Also have tokens.
Yeah, the white one was standing in the middle, and the black one came out of nowhere and just jumped into the group. So that's what everybody sees. Scarlet, it is actually your go.
Hooray. She's already had her short bow ready and everything,
That's
so. Going to shoot,
That hits.
at the same one that the one dude attacked. Sorry,
The
I don't know
armored?
your name yet.
The armored
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, right.
And as she does so, she's going to jump down off the building and rub her ears. I was trying not to go deaf, and then she's going to look at the ogres. Ew, they're much uglier than in person.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
That says it's going off your strength modifier. Do you want that off dex for your short bow?
Oh yeah, it should be off decks.
But
I'm fixing it right
Oh.
now. Hold on.
And you said they're
Okay.
within 20 feet of everybody, right?
well, my dexterity and my strength is both at 13, so
Oh, okay. I just didn't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was a big difference.
No, it's actually showing it's going off decks. That's weird.
No, the attack roll, but the damage is going off of strength, which is weird.
Fixed.
It's no big deal. Sorry.
Fixed. No worries.
Didn't know if it was a a bigger bonus for you or not.
Nah, not really. Okay. As you jump down, roll an athletics check to see if you don't fall on your ass. Oh, yeah, you land all nice and slick, and you're like, yeah.
I did that.
Yeah, check that shit out. Alright, Jester.
I turn to my boss and I'm like, we have to do things. You're going to make me do things, aren't you? Do you nod or you shake your head? Julius.
That's up to you. I give you the thumbs up.
I take a bonus action to tumble down the side of the building because that gives me a climb speed of 25.
Alright, athletics check real quick.
And hit the ground, I say, you stand like the final shadow of death. You dice and you slice and you rob them of breath. And the white dragonborn has bardic inspiration. And then I move 10 feet away. So I'm starting to like circle to the back of them while still invisible.
Okay. Nice.
Yikes. Nice touch.
I know.
Still a
that is really
D6.
nice. Okay, so you got a D6 inspiration there, Villanelle.
Okay.
Tiberius, because that's all I'm calling you from now on.
That works. He's going to see all this as a bonus action, born his Raven friend, Mr. Raven, have him fly over the ugliest one that's leading them over him, so I can have and I'll have him fly up. He's not going to use his help action because I'm using an AoE spell, and you can't really give me advantage.
Fair warning, if you
And I
do an
can use help
AoE,
action.
just so you know, if you do an AoE, the black dragonborn that
knows.
jumped into the middle is going to be part of that AoE.
Chaotic neutral.
Okay, just letting you know. Just letting you know.
That's the part. They can either help or stab you in the back. Unfortunately, he doesn't know this Dragonborn. Maybe he's part of this horde.
Could be.
He's not that stupid.
Yeah, I
God
mean,
help
He's
you.
from what you could tell, he's not because he just attacked them. But anything's possible.
But the main thing is he sees it and he just heard it do its roar thing. He's like, "Oh, I can make noise too." As he snaps his fingers and will cast it at. You know what? For shits and giggles. It didn't go through. Why did it not go through?
Because Roll20 sucks sometimes.
Clicked on my character. I'm gonna roll it again. Give me a
Now
minute.
watch it come up like 10 times.
Right.
It does that a lot. I don't know why. So I'm gonna assume your
Yeah, I
Raven.
rolled it twice.
I'm gonna assume your Raven has no action then.
No, it can normally give the help action, but I don't need to give it that.
Okay.
What it's going to do is it's going to provide disadvantage with the help action against my target, because it's going to be focused on the Raven and not the save it has to make. I am casting Shatter, which for some fucked up reason does not want to go through. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. I mean,
That
alright,
is
let me
weird.
actually just go to the spell in my spell list and click on it, see if it.
Yeah, that might
Because
do
it
it.
is one of my prepared spells. Yeah, it's prepared. Let me cast it at level. Well, yeah, I can only cast it at level 2 because it's level 2 spell. Oh,
There
there
we
we
go.
go. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that.
Okay. On the biggest one.
They have to
Okay.
make a con save. Yeah, the big boss. And all the creatures within 10 feet also have to make a con save.
Got it. That means you
And the
there,
save is
DM.
going to be. It's not very high,
Nice.
so. Oh, he's
So,
good.
Yeah, he. Oh. That's
a
for the
horrible fail.
That's for the big guy. Let me do the little ones. Oh, they have the same thing. Let's see if they succeed.
Let me turn. I think it's because I have toggle on
They succeed
for some
too?
reason. Yeah, the target was 13. So let me roll normal. Oh wait, no, he's given. It wouldn't have mattered. The big guy would have failed either way because he's got disadvantage on that.
Yeah, it's a crit fail, so
Let me
it doesn't
go
matter.
to- I'm just gonna roll it again. Let me take this toggle off and see if that fixes it for me. Because sometimes it's very picky about that. And then I'm gonna roll it one more time just as an experiment.
Okay, so they all take 13 damage. Well, the main one
Okay,
takes
so yeah, it was the toggle that was fucking with it.
And we save for half, correct?
Yep, save half. So let me go up to the first one.
So that's 13, so take 7 points of damage.
Got it.
And yeah, and Shatter does basically a thunderous exploding sound. So it is just when it says thunder damage, it's just noise. And after the tinnitus starts to go away from them, that's how you make a boom. And he'll go back to drinking his tea. Oh god, that poor orc probably does have tinnitus.
Jeez. Okay, they all get hit by it. They took half damage. Well, most of the normal ones took half damage. The big guy took the most. He took full damage.
But
And everyone's
it's
still up?
basically it's just basically a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of my choice.
Okay, yeah. So they're just slightly deafened for a little bit. But yes, everyone is still up. A lot of them are hurting. That one that's closest to you, the one that you hit, Dean, is looking pretty rough.
Okay.
The Raven's turn, so I'll skip him. Julius, what are you going to do?
Okay, sorry about that. My freaking Discord went out.
Julius, it's your turn.
Anyway, I'm going to use Scorching Ray. I'm going to. How many is out there?
There's still 7 up.
And the big guy's still
7 up.
Yeah, he's still up.
I am going to throw all 3 of them at I'm gonna aim for the leader of the group. All
Okay.
3 of them.
Make a ranged spell attack. 1 second. Okay. D20 plus 4. On the big guy, the first one doesn't hit.
If it's a big guy, if your ally attacks a target before my next turn, they have advantage on the rolls because he is distracting.
Oh, nice. Okay. So the first one
That's
still
what my
doesn't hit.
That's
Yeah, the first one still doesn't hit. Second one hits. And that one does not hit. So the second one hits. Let me see. What does it do? 2d6.
isn't it only 3 rays? One.
Yeah, it's 3 rays. But the first one got advantage, so I rolled twice for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it by hand because I'm doing his character.
Ah.
That's why.
I don't mind the roll for him.
No, that's alright. He takes 6 points of damage.
Actually, let me
Okay.
test a macro for you because I can probably give you a macro that'll help you out a little bit better.
Oh, please. Okay.
Well, that happened.
You hit him?
Does anybody look hurt?
The only one who... Dean looks a little hurt. He took a little bit of damage from Tiberius's fun.
I'll use healing word as my bonus action.
Damn you.
Let me see if this
And
works before
and
I.
that'll be mine. Yeah, that'll be mine.
Ooh, let me see if it even. No, there's no way that worked. Makes
1d4
sense.
plus your spellcast marker. Okay. 1d4
Try turning that
plus
around.
2. You gotta make things complicated for me, don't you, Julius? Nice.
Well, somebody's got to get on your nerves.
Dean takes 6. You heal 6 points of damage.
And since you made your save, that's all of the damage.
Yeah.
No,
much.
down 1.
All but 1.
Is it round up or round down? Oh, right, because you rolled it twice.
It is now Vilnol's turn.
I seem to be in kind of a rage state. And as I march towards them, my armor grows kind of a sheen of purple. And with that, GM, that's my aura of, I forgot what you called them. I don't want to do a copyright here, so.
Yeah, I forgot what it is too. But I gotcha.
So, everybody I'm moving all the 20 feet to assist my brother in combat, but anybody that I deem hostile, in a 30-foot radius, DC 13 Wisdom save.
Gotcha.
Do you count the man in the mask?
If he's within
I'm all
30
the way
feet.
60 feet away. I'm nowhere
Good
near.
folks.
I would say,
And
he probably
besides,
wouldn't.
I'm drinking tea.
Okay. It's a wisdom save?
Wisdom, yep.
Gotcha. Well, I got shit for wisdom. Well, at least 6 of them do. And they fail. And let me see if the big guy...
Yeah.
They all fail.
They are shaken for 2 turns.
Awesome. Okay.
My both dragon screams, I guess we'll say, had some effect on that.
Yeah. Okay, so they're shaking
And as
for 2
I
turns.
wade into the thick of it, I find the one with the shield that my brother jumped on, and I will attack him with twin swords.
Okay, go ahead. That hits. That does not.
I'll use the Bardic Inspiration, even though it probably won't hit still, but... Actually, no, I'll save it. I don't think it'll hit.
Even with the Bardic Inspiration and you roll max, you still wouldn't hit it.
Okay. Well, 8 slashing, 4 cold.
Okay. 12, 4, 20. Okay. He looks a little frozen and pissed off, but he's also shaking like crazy.
And then my turn.
And we actually start the top of the actual combat round now that you guys have had your fun and kicked ass. Right back to good old Dian.
All right, now, um, can I do the dive thing again? Because it doesn't say I can't as long as I have the jump spell active, which I still do. Is that okay? Or is that going to give me a opportunity attack?
The only way
They're
you can
shaken,
get away
actually.
from an opportunity.
They're actually shaken,
Oh, yeah.
so they're actually at a disadvantage. So I would say you could.
Screw it, yeah. I'll go for the big guy again.
I forgot all about that shaking.
Yeah.
Do you mean frightened? Because 5e doesn't have shaken anymore.
It's pretty much
Yeah,
frightened, yeah. That's what I'm knocking it as. Alright, DC 15. Deck save. Oh, jeez. He fails.
All right. As I come down upon him with the trident, or actually with the shield, I knock him square in the jaw, and he is now prone.
Nice. He is
He
definitely
takes
hurt.
that damage.
Yeah, he took full damage.
And then I will hit the same one I did before, try to with the Crescent Moon Strike. Just as a side note, the Crescent Moon Strike it gets no modifier. So it's kind of a really pot shot, if you know what I mean.
But you also have advantage on them.
Like,
But you also have advantage
okay.
on them because they are frightened. That hits.
All right, same one, and
Nice.
for 6. So the one that took the 10 prior for me.
Yeah, I gotcha. He's really
still
hurting
up?
too. Barely, but
Ah.
he's. I made them a little tough because you guys.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
you guys are definitely
And I'll
made
just
for
look at him and I go, it's time for you to die anyway, right?
it. Okay. Scarlet, you are up.
Hooray.
That misses.
Okay.
Also, keep track of your arrows. You should be at 18 now.
They're shaken though, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, they are
Yep,
shaken. So
advantage.
re-roll. Sorry, frightened. They're frightened. You get advantage against
Whatever.
them.
I swear.
Still doesn't
You
matter.
automatically have advantage anyway. My crow's still flying, or my raven's still flying around. At
Oh,
least if
yeah.
you target the boss.
Okay.
Only if you target him.
Yeah,
That's what
you
they're
should be at
targeting.
18 arrows, and that does not hit. That actually misses. His AC
Alright,
is a
I'm
little
fixing
higher.
the arrows now.
Yeah, no problem. Just so you know to keep track of those. And then when you get a chance, you'll have to replenish. All right. Did you want to do anything else, Scarlet? Do you have a bonus action? Okay. Jester.
Alright, I will walk towards the big guy because apparently that is what everyone's plan is, and I will stab him gently.
Okay.
In the
Stab
throat.
him gently.
17 doesn't hit, probably.
17 does hit.
Oh, that's nice.
16 is the AC to beat for him, just so you know.
It is not doing my damage properly, so let me just roll the dice. And I assume the 18 with my dagger
The
hits
18 will hit
'cause
too,
I'm using
yes.
it.
Yeah, both hit.
I only get one dagger. I just want to fish for a crit.
If you click on the rapier, click where it says rapier, it should do your damage.
I'm trying, but it's not.
There
It's
we
just
go.
giving me
I
the
got it.
roll again.
I got it.
I was gonna roll all of it. Yeah, well, I just roll an extra 1 dice, so it's gonna be 10 extra damage because I don't have anything to give me damage from my offhand weapon.
That kills him.
Sweet. I will now immediately move behind the big scary man. Say hi. How are things? Did you like my song?
Yes, you are
Oh, I
quite
use
wonderful.
my bonus action to disengage so I don't get attacks of opportunity.
You're fine.
That is the oddest child I've met.
Tiberius.
Halfling.
Oh, he's in his home turf.
Oddest child I've ever met.
Tiberius, it's your go. The big guy is down.
Right,
It's
well-
just orcs now.
Well, Mr. Raven, don't poop on him. And I'll point him towards another one to distract any random one you want to pick, because we don't have any select targets. So gonna
I got it.
go with.
Damn.
Oh,
Nice.
that was determined to hit. I mean, shit for damage, but double crits. Yeah, that's a ghost hand you're not gonna be able to rub off. It just walks up and gracefully. It just touched his cheek, and it was sexual.
He had to add that.
As now he's and he has this. Now he's got this ghost hand attached to him, so he can't regenerate. I'm trying to remember what else it does. No, it does a bunch of weird shite. Chill. Alright. Ghostly hand, yada yada yada. Necrotic damage,
It cannot
Can't
heal
we get-
in any way until the next turn.
and the hand cleans to the target. If it's an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls, but it's not dead.
Yep.
So yeah, ending my turn.
That poor guy. Poor orc, just trying to live. Your raven, does he do anything?
No, he just flies around and provides the distraction.
Okay. Julius, you are up.
I'm going to cast Flaming Spear. And I'm going to push it into
I hate you.
any kind of like group of orcs. And pretty much
Okay.
pull them over, hopefully.
Make a shish kebab.
Description.
Dexterity. Yeah, +1.
Shit, roll the description too.
They all fail. So they all take.
Oh, ignore this. I'm just gonna
You're fine.
roll a random thing.
Do I have to roll
Save.
damage or
You're-
save?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're in the sphere's influence because you're right next to them all.
Ah, crap.
It happens.
All right, what am I rolling?
Sorry.
Dexterity
see you
saving.
there.
Dexterity saving throw. It has to beat. Hold on.
Oh,
beat
I think
it.
I beat it.
With
Yeah,
a
you
12.
beat it.
Oh yeah, yeah, you definitely beat it.
It's the anti-aspirine.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So you're only gonna take half damage, which is 2d6. Yep, 2d6. Oh, fire damage, by the way.
That's fine.
So
Did I
take.
see him there?
Yeah, you see him there, but you're trying to get the orcs and trying to damage them. Unfortunately, it's just how battle works. So DN take 3 points of damage, fire damage, and the rest take 6.
Okay. Dion's just gonna look up and like start taking mental note. That one. For all the ones that have been like throwing spells at him.
It's not
I'm very
intentional.
sorry.
The one
Oh, I
DN,
know.
DN specifically, the one you've been targeting, he's pretty close to death. I'll say that.
The non-boss one.
The non-boss one, the second one that you've been hitting, due to that sphere, is actually knocked him down pretty bad. Okay. Anything else you're gonna do there, Julius? Now that you're killing everybody.
I'm going to Healing Word the one I accidentally knocked down.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
And now the orcs get all their payback.
This will be fun.
1d4 Dean, you get 3 points of health back.
Okay.
Now it's the orcs' turn, because they finally get to... Oh, shit, they can't even do anything. Yeah, because they're frightened. Well, they're screwed.
The can the one that is frightened
They
get
all are.
unprone then?
No, they all are, because Vinal moved into their range, so they all are frightened, because they all failed.
Right, but does the one that I knock prone get a chance to stand up if he's frightened?
Yes.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, he would get a chance to stand up. He's really rough, really rough. He stands up. You can see, he's blood seeping everywhere out of him. He's looking pretty damaged. They are all trying to back up, so that's going to be what they do. So they're trying to back up away from Vilnal because they're frightened of him.
Of him?
Yeah, he's the one who. Well, he activated his aura, so, or actually, your aura should be active too.
You never told me what that was, by the way.
I'll send it to you.
I told
That's fine.
Grizz, slacker. Yeah, so both of you have your. So they're actually afraid of both of you. I'm not even going to roll. They're just.
Yeah,
afraid
sorry, I
of
didn't know what that was. So
You're
yeah.
good. So the orcs are all backing up. Vilnal. They back up their maximum, which is. That's your skills. Where the hell? They back up 30 feet. They spend
Can I
their.
get an attack of an opportunity on any of them?
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I'm in their space too.
Yeah, everybody who's there gets an attack of opportunity on them.
Just
I'm
one
in.
regular attack, right?
Yeah, just one regular attack. Those hit. I will say
Does
that.
include spell?
Oh shit, that's wrong.
Does
That's
that
wrong. That's
include
wrong.
spells?
No, does not include spells. You'd have to be a warcaster for that.
Ignore that 2 on mine. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I assume you're attacking the one that's closest to you. You kill
The
him.
one that's
Yeah.
basically dead.
You kill him. He had 1 health point.
I'll just look at him and say, "Look at this, Vinal. They want a treasure, and it's like walking treasure chest right for us."
And to think these buffoons wanted to make me into a meal.
And I'll just laugh back.
Okay. Scarlet, you said you're down there, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Alright. I'm
I forgot
testing
about that.
something, so just ignore.
Tiberius, you were away from him, right?
Keep on rolling.
All my spells can hit though, but I don't have anything that gives me attack of opportunity.
Okay.
They just all have advantage because of my if they attack one of them, only one of them. The one that the raven, you see a raven flying above one of them. That's
Annoying
the one
it,
that you
yeah.
can get advantage.
Everyone gets advantage because they're frightened anyway.
Yeah, everyone has advantage. Scarlet, that hits.
Hooray.
Just ignore this. I'm testing. There
You're
we
fine.
go. I fixed it.
3 points, okay.
I just have to delete, recopy, and paste all my fucking spells.
She's also going to start, and she's going to move back as well. And pull out her short bow. Just for parry.
Alright. Vilnal, let's see. Everybody got their attack of opportunity. Okay. Vilnal, it's your go.
Are they running away in a group or backing away in a group?
Yeah, they're all backing up. They backed up their 30 feet. I'm just going to say they just do the maximum movement. So they backed up 30 feet to get away from you guys.
Okay. I will move forward 20 feet
Okay.
and unleash the breath weapon.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
going to be a DC 14 con save.
Gotcha.
If it'll let me. Well, yeah, it won't let me click on it, but DC 14 con save. 15-foot cone.
They fail. If you can roll the damage for that at least.
3 cold total.
Okay. Nice breath weapon. Shitty damage.
And actually, can I do Bardic Inspiration on damage or no?
Just attack.
No, just
Okay.
for attacks.
Damn it. All right.
Attacks, ability checks, and saves.
All right.
Okay. One of the orcs that's backing away is looking pretty rough. Yeah, they've taken some damage, but they're still kind of eh. They look like they could probably last slight a bit longer. It all depends on what you guys do. Back to the top of the order. Dean.
All right, so we're gonna have to go above game here for just a second. So, Grizz, this aura, does it keep them shaken, or are they done with shaken after this round?
It's 2 rounds. They're well, frightened, I guess, is the word for.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
frightened. Yeah, for 2 rounds. So one more round
I'll-
of them being frightened.
Copy and paste it too.
Okay. What is between where I currently am? Is there like only one way out of the town, or is there multiple exits?
There are multiple exits, but they seem to be going in one particular direction. They seem to be going more northeast, just FYI.
All right, I want to pick the farthest one
Okay.
because I can jump up to 60 feet in length
Nice.
and jump upon his ass and do the same thing to another one. Does not have to be the boss.
Oh, well, the boss is already
Boss
dead.
is dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll just dive on one of them and then do the crescent on the other.
Okay.
He needs a DC 15 dex. And I'm keeping track of the rounds for the jump spell, so.
Jesus, I can't do nothing. Okay.
So he is prone,
Yeah, and he takes 7 damage.
and I will do the crescent on this. Now, does this still have advantage or no?
Yes, you guys all have advantage on attacks against these guys because they are frightened.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's another one.
That hits. Jesus. 2 of them are looking so well. 3 of them are looking so beat up.
And as soon as I land and put that plan in, or strike the other one, I'll go. Why are you leaving? We have so much more fun to have, don't we?
I love
They're
those
not
guys.
going to save you, and I'll point to the. I'll kind of like nod to the direction they're running.
Okay. Scarlet, you are up. All 5 of the remaining orcs are trying to rush away. 15 does hit.
Okay.
They have a shitty AC.
Mm-hmm. Mine's 11. I can't say much.
The one you hit, he's one of the ones that is pretty bad off. He's it hits him right in the chest because they're like backing up facing you guys. Hits him right in the chest and he's limping and he's looking really rough. I mean, hardcore, badly rough.
She's gonna sigh and just kind of look at everybody. They just need to give up. Accept it. You're already dead.
Okay.
She uses cutting words.
Does she have it? Wouldn't it be nice if she had it?
Yeah, that would be good.
Kren, you were up.
Alright, I'm gonna chase the nearest one down.
Okay, he's the one that's hurt the most. The one
Oh,
that just
well, then hopefully I'll kill him.
the one that just took an arrow.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Also,
We don't even
Yeah,
have to
he's
roll.
dead.
We don't even have to roll the damage on that one. He's dead.
okay. And then I'll throw my dagger at a different one.
Okay. Roll your attack for that one. Jeez. Roll the damage for that one, because the one I picked could still live.
So that's 4 damage,
That kills him.
and I will point my rapier at the black dragonborn and say, He flies through the air like an arrow-made man. He crushes them all as flat as a pan. And you also have bardic inspiration.
That's
Nice.
great.
That is awesome. All right, there are now 3 orcs left. One's looking pretty rough. The other 2, they've taken some damage, but they're still up and moving. But they're, however, still trying to back away from you guys. Just for your visual reference.
Alright, maybe if I turn that off, give me a sec.
You're good. Tiberius, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to stand up, put away my tea set, close the coffin, put it over my shoulders, and slink away.
Okay. And your raven, is he still going to fly around and annoy one of them?
Oh no, he's going to poof.
Okay.
He's still with me, he's just not in the combat order.
Gotcha. I just took him out of combat order. All right, Julius, you're up.
Scorching ray.
I hate you.